great, Joe.
Great. I even have to stop. All right. Good? Perfect.
I'm good.
Upcomer, let's kick us off.
All right, I'm Nick Ray from Upcomer. I have a question for Sneaky. As the most veteran player on the team and the last one you were the one who was only there 5 years ago when you guys did last win. Do you have any choice words for your teammates after the match?
Yeah, I mean, I think we played well. I think we could have won Game 4, and we all know that, but there's nothing to be too down about. I mean, Game 5 was hard, but it's okay, because we also are still going to Worlds, and a loss here doesn't mean the end of everything, for sure.
Tyler of ESPN, this is for Licorice. Looking towards Worlds, what top laners are you most interested in facing, or what top laners currently outside of North America have piqued your interest?
I don't know. Probably just Khan right now. I think he's playing really well. I'm excited to see how I'd match up against him. Apart from that, I don't know right now.
Nick Geraci for Invent Global. My question is for Sven Skaren. Sven, although you came up short here, like Sneaky said, you guys are still qualified for Worlds, and you also, won the MVP award and had a fantastic split. Do you feel that, given the positive circumstances surrounding everything else, that you're able to kind of take this in stride and use this to, have more preparation for Worlds in the near future?
Yeah, I mean, I still think we're a good team, so losing the finals really blows, but I mean, we'll still do good awards.
Thank you.
Chris Bilski, Jinx TV. My question's for Niski. It seems like you've had a great year. You've had a lot of growth this year. Is there something about the Cloud9 organization that's allowed you to do that?
I think the coaches and even like every player, like anytime I make like a mistake in scrims, they kind of help me to like figure out why I shouldn't do it or like why, like what I should do instead. And I think that's something not every team does, because usually people just think of themselves, but here at Cloud9 we kind of think for each other, I'd say. So, yeah.
Hey, it's Travis. Zazel, what do you think went wrong today?
I think that we normally play through our mid-jungle, and because of that, we're very reliant on them getting ahead, and they normally play very well, so it's rather easy for us, but I think Team Liquid prepared well and was able to shut that down in various ways, and I think not much went wrong, honestly. I think that Game 4 was in a pretty good spot for us to win. We just failed the execution, not through anyone's fault really individually, but rather as a team and understanding where we need to be on the map and things like that.
Joe with Checkpoint XP. My question's for Sneaky. Obviously not the result you're looking for here today. However, Cloud9 has been one of the most successful teams at Worlds for North America. How do you, reset your focus for Worlds now, and what is your expectation for Worlds this year?
It's been a while since we got to skip the gauntlet, so it feels a bit different this time since we don't actually have to, haul ass and prepare for it, like go back, get ready, like stress out. It's a bit more stress-free this time, but yeah, I mean, I think what we'll have to do is just we'll probably all individually review the games and just look and see what went wrong, find out our own weaknesses, and then we'll go into the boot camp coming up for Worlds and just prepare. Like, it won't be much different besides having a bit more time to ourselves.
Nick Tracy, I'm a Global again. My question's also for Sneaky. Despite the lost 5-game series, do you feel like, after receiving criticism for your play this summer that you have established yourself, still as a top 2 AD carry in North America after this performance?
Yeah, I think I played pretty well. Game 5 was really hard for me. I couldn't even do damage. I was just dying every time I tried. But, yeah, every other game went pretty well. I died a few times. Died a lot of times. Who cares? We're going for fights, and that's kind of the Cloud9 way.
Thank you.
Zane Bonsali, Cheddar Esports. This is for Reapered.
how do you use the extra time not having to go through the gauntlet to prepare for Worlds differently than before? And we've heard a lot of people say that, they feel like they played well, not a lot of mistakes. Do you feel similarly? And what are you looking to change, if anything, going forward?
Well, coming forward, we want to have some vacation for the reset, and we saw some weaknesses ourselves around like mid and bottom and even top as a champion pro-wise or play style-wise. So we want to individually review that point, and we prepare for that.
Chris Bilski, Jinx TV. My question's for Reapert as well. Looking at the gauntlet, do you have any predictions for who's going to be the third seed at Worlds?
Clutch Gaming and CLG looking pretty hot right now. Even yesterday, third and fourth match was looking pretty good. But I wonder TSM can beat them down. So I'd like to say Clutch Gaming for now, but we'll see.
Tyler from ESP again. This is also for Reapert. Can you talk a little bit about Rainover's impact as kind of an assistant coach? And he was on stage today. Just can you talk about how he's helped the team?
So he's a really smart person. And before, when he was a player, he was also really smart jungler, as we know, right? So he's helpful a lot, I do believe, to players. And he's a person keep trying hard to grinding as a him the coaching perspective. And he's keep asking me about like how he can improve as a coach. So yeah, having him really good as a organization and as a team, and yeah, it's good.
Joe, Checkpoint. My question's for Svenskeren. Something I've noticed is opposed to previous years, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of comebacks these days. It seems like especially here in the finals weekend, once a team gets the lead, they tend to hold on to it. Is that just the current meta right now, or is that a sign of North American teams improving?
Not too sure if it's really like that. I feel like game 4 we were pretty much in the lead the whole game, but we still managed to throw. So I think it still does happen. And I mean, yeah, not too sure.
Andrew here with State Champs Esports. This one's for Reapert. In the interview that Svenskeren had with Dash regarding the semifinals, he talked about how if C9 found themselves down 2 games, you guys were going to sub in either Deftly or Blabber, not due to anybody's performance, but just to get a new, fresh look. Was there any of that discussion going into Game 5 about bringing in Deftly or Blabber, or was the plan pretty much out of Game 4 to keep with the same starting 5?
So between the coaches, we are keep talking about the sub-scene or sub-sub situations, but final decision is on me. So at the end, I decide to not subbing in any players because of I did believe my players can handle the Game 5.
Hey, Reapert. I've heard that this year the Western teams are not planning on boot camping in Korea and instead are boot camping in Europe. You're nodding yes, so I assume that's true. Given that LEC is still happening, how is the team going to stay sharp? I mean, I don't know when you guys are planning on going over there or whatever, but it seems like there's going to be some time off.
So I think it's true to every Western teams are going to EU because of the Worlds is in EU, right? So we don't want to go to Korea to Europe, like long flight twice in a row or maybe 3 times in a row. So based on that, it's going to be really exciting Worlds for the every League of Legends fans because it's I do believe first time all the Western teams are not going to Korea for the boot camp. So we are not sharing the meta. So, probably there is short time for the practice each other's when groups are going in. But teams are probably like not showing the best picks. So it's going to be really interesting to watching it, and we'll see. It's going to be fun.
Thanks.
Any more questions?
My question's Chris Bilski, Jinx TV. My question's for Zazel. Heading into a match like finals or the playoffs, how important is having a strong academy team to helping you prepare?
It's extremely important because a lot of the time teams won't fully understand how you draft, and well, that can be an advantage if a team does understand, specifically because we've already played a best of 5, right? We've shown a lot of stuff. They can understand how we play, and our academy team also does, so they can exploit that, and we can see in various ways like how we play and how we draft can be exploited. But even if our academy team has to be a certain level of play to be able to exploit us anyway. So I think having that as an advantage, just seeing bad cases for our drafts or our play styles, it allows us to shift around that and learn to play in multiple ways, I think.
Question for Svenskeren. People have talked about not only you being the best jungler in your region this split, but one of the best junglers in the world. Would you agree with that evaluation? And who else in the world would you say is a top tier jungler heading into the World Championship?
I mean, I've always thought that a jungler just looks good if he plays well with his team. So as long as I play good with my team, I think it'll make me look better. And looking forward to play. I just hope I get to play against either Canyon from LCK or TN from LPL. I think those two players are someone I really look up to.
Andrew again from State Champs Esports. This one's for Niski. Looking forward at the EU first, second place match between Caps and Nemesis. You've played obviously in EU against these guys. What's kind of your take on these two and how that matchup's going to go?
Not sure, because I think G2 is just a stronger team than Fnatic, and I feel like usually when you're the strongest team, your mid is just, how do I say, like it's easier to play mid, I'd say, because I feel like Caps is also just better, like 1v1 wise and laning wise and stuff too. So I think it's gonna be very hard for Nemesis to like win the game for his team, I'd say. And yeah, I think Caps is just way better than Nemesis in my opinion right now. But I don't know. Nemesis is also a rookie, so he can always surprise, I'd say. But yeah, I think Caps will dominate Nemesis.
All right, we're going to call it. Thanks, guys. All right, everyone stand up, push the chairs back. We're going to get some quick pictures, and then you are good to go. Push the chairs back. Everyone scrunch together. Move the water bottles out of the way as much as possible. Good job.
Thanks so much for watching that interview. I hope you really enjoyed it. Detroit has been sick. Brodin did not film any B-roll here. He's not good at his job. But unfortunately, so you can't see what it's like. But I promise you, it's been fantastic. And again, it wouldn't be possible without Alienware sending me out here. They're also sending Brodin and I to Seattle. Maybe he'll actually get some B-roll of that. Because we're going to be going to PAX this coming weekend, doing some TFT stuff there at their booth. So be sure to drop by if you're in the area, and stay tuned for some really cool stuff coming from them around Intel Gamer Days in just a short time. They're going to have some cool deals. I can't tell you yet because I don't know, but I've heard they're going to be really cool.